Okay, we're up. Everyone get your stuff. You need some eggs. So you can cut out some paper eggs. You can have real eggs, preferably hard-boiled. And, or you can have some plastic eggs, some permanent markers. If you want, I always like to have pencil and paper because we're going to do some demos at the beginning. So you can get that if you just want some practice. But go ahead. Eggs. Oh my goodness. Okay. And again, if you don't have real eggs, you can just draw or cut out this shape on paper. It's still really fun to do. So, and they'll let me know when it's 1 o'clock. And, oh, it's 1 o'clock. It's time for art class. Well, come on in, guys. Welcome. Today is just a super fun day. We're just going to have fun. We're going to make silly faces, funny faces. We're going to put them on eggs and have a lot of fun. If you have some scratch paper that you want to do, because you might want to practice some of these things before you put them on their eggs. If not, don't worry about it. You can watch and learn. You can also, if you don't have any eggs, anytime you don't have it, you can just draw the shape out. I actually cut them so you'd be able to see them. And then some markers. Permanent markers are the best because sometimes when you draw on the surface, the water-based markers can smear. But if whatever you have at home, you use. And you know, I get to come in my art studio, so we have like boxes and boxes of permanent markers. So, funny faces. We are just going to play and take just eyes and noses and funny mouths and put them together. The neat thing about drawing on an egg is you basically have a head shape anyway. Normally your head shape would go this way with the point on the bottom and the rounder top. Typically when we paint eggs, we tend to paint them the other way because that way they will rest in the container a little bit easier. So if you wanted to decorate all these like your family after class, you can make a little showcase for them. So that, or you can decorate them any way you want to. You could decorate them like your classmates and maybe send a picture if you're connecting with them while you're at home. But what I want to start out with just on drawing funny faces is a little while ago, I don't know, Keaton, my middle son, was probably about 6 or 7 years old, and we were at a hotel in Nashville and having breakfast, and a waiter came up, and he was so nice and fun, and he did this little exercise in front of Keaton, and he asked him if he knew how to make a boy out of a boy. And I thought it was a great way to start this lesson. So I'm just going to demo, if you want to copy this just so you remember how to do it. But it's a great way to start into how to make these funny faces. So Tate, you want to do this too? So we're going to write the word boy all lowercase. So I'm going to put a B there. I'm going to put O there. And I'm going to put a Y there. So I just want you to just write the word boy. There you go. And this kind of kicks off leading into where we're going to go with just doing funny faces. So Tate has the word boy. So the first thing is we're going to connect the bottom of the Y up to right there. So, yep, there we are. And then suddenly, can you start to see those are going to become the eyes? So we're going to come over here and we're going to connect the top back down to that Y. Yep. And then we're going to give him a hair part. Come up there, give him some hair. So we wrote the word B-O-Y. God bless you. And then we made a chin. We connected. So we connected from the bottom of the Y over here. We connected from the top of the B over here. And then that was our Y right there. And then we made a little hairline. Then let's make a little nose. Just kind of looks like a slanty L right there. Yep. And let's give him a mouth. Now, he might be missing some eyes, so let's give him some eyes. So we turn the word boy into a boy. I'll try and highlight where that, let me see a good highlighter right here. I'm going to highlight where the word boy is. What will they be able to see on camera? Maybe that, does that help you see where the word boy is? B, O, Y. B-O-Y. You just connect the end of the Y to the bottom of the B. You connect the top of the B to the other end of the Y. You connect the hairline, give it a nose and a funny face, and fill in the eyes. And so what I wanted to show you this exercise, number one, blow your friends away. Say, oh, don't you know how to turn a boy into a boy? Well, then you can show them how to do it. It's a fun way to just do a little exercise, but it's also to show you that we're going to take just the basic same shapes and we're going to turn them into funny faces. So we're going to take our boy down. Does anyone have any questions about how to turn a boy into a boy?
What about a girl into a girl?
Well, I haven't worked on that one, but that's a good one. Maybe we'll come up with that one, how to do that. So we're going to go ahead and take that down, and we're going to start learning our funny faces, and then we're going to put them on eggs. Oops, my papers are stuck together over here, Tate. You need help getting yours down? Okay, so a boy into a boy. Take that off, and I'm going to help Tate get his down here. There we go. Okay. So, we want to talk first about drawing the eyes. So we're going to make kind of silly, funny faces. And I'm just going to tell you this at the start of class. I made this quick drawing sheet this morning that has all sorts of sample ideas, and there'll be a PDF that I'll post onto Facebook after class so that you can see that. But that way, you can make your own, but this might help you. So one of the first ways is we want to make silly eyes. We're not worried about these being realistic. We're trying to draw cartoons. So I'm going to draw them up here and give you some samples. I'll show you some funny eyes, and then I'll show you some funny noses and some funny mouths, and then we'll put them on our eggs. If you want to practice and put them straight on your eggs, you can go for it. But sometimes playing around a little bit with it and understanding how it works is always a good idea. So remember how boy, the letters B and O, turned into the eyes? Well, we're going to use basically the number 8, and we're going to write, we're going to put an 8 sideways. So we're going to make a big 8 like this. It's basically 2 circles next to each other, but if I turn that around, that would be the number 8. Okay, these eyes can turn into all different kinds of things depending on where you put funny eyebrows. So we can make sleepy eyes, where we put a line across like this. Yep. And we put this in here. So, and then we'll fill that in black, just so everyone knows where our sleepy eyes are. So all we did was we did a sideways number 8, and then we put a line across to make our sleepy eyes. And I'm going to color my eyes in here. Now our eyes, we could put eyebrows over here to the side like this. But we did our number 8, basically 2 circles. Then we drew a line across, and we have our sleepy eyes. Depending on where you do this, my children are decorating themselves in pipe cleaners again. I just have to tell you this right now. I wish I could turn the camera on them. So, yep, we have sleepy eyes. Now, let's try and do a number 8 again, and let's see what other funny eyes we can do. So here, Tate, let's do the same eyes, 2 circles. Just like that. And you can do these big or small. And we can do these. Oh, we're going to look sideways. So let's put big circles like that. Now you can always add a little highlight in there if you want. So I'm not going to color that in. So what I did is I did that sideways number 8 again. And I just put a circle in on this side. And I color in funny eyes. I put a highlight on this one. Oh, you were fast on me, Tate. So like that. And you could make it look like a little like, And you could do an eyebrow like this. You can always sometimes do little marks like this too, like as though they're looking around. So Tate just did, do you remember our tiger from Rousseau? The big surprised eyes. That's another way you can do it. So you can play with this. You can also add eyelashes off of here. So we could make them big eyelashes like this. And just real simple. We don't have to add a lot because these are just simple cartoons. When we put them on our eggs, see how we have those funny eyes. So if you use this number 8, depending on where you could put eyelashes coming up here. You could put the eyes up high. You could put a lid. You can end up doing all those really funny things. So if you just know how to start this, depending on where we put our iris/pupil, we just have a big black dot in the middle. That keeps it nice and simple. So another way is to take, oh, you're getting the full face on there. Another way is to take a B and put it sideways, but we're going to use a capital B. So we're going to do it like our line like that, as though that's a capital B, and we turned it upside down. See our capital B? Like that. If I turn that this way, it would look like a B. Yep. So those can end up being eyes. Again, the same thing. We could end up, God bless you.
Bless you.
Wherever we add those big black circles, it's going to be looking as though it's kind of going like this. Like that. So you can make him mad by making the eyebrows go down like that. And if I put the circles over here off to the side, then the face is looking that way. So it's kind of fun to do that. You can take that B and make the line, instead of straight, make it go like that. And then still, look what happens. Oh, that same face. Now he's kind of angry. Let's make him like that. Like angry eyes.
Kim would like to know how to do glasses.
Oh, glasses are fun.
Glasses though?
Well, no. What you would do is you would draw the eyes. Now, if you were doing sunglasses, you would just fill them in all black. But there you kind of end up with this angry eye, like this. You know, kind of like that. So if I was going to do glasses, I could just do them right on top. So I'll do a smaller one down here. So remember our 8. Remember our sideways 8. And let's put the eye looking off that way. Just get colored in. Like this. And then we just make the glasses out. And then on our egg, we turn them that way. And you could fill them in and make them nice and thick. Like that. It almost looks like an owl eye that way, doesn't it? You can also space out the eyes and do them different ways that way. Oh, look. So really, and you can even make the eyes go one up like this and one down like this and make crazy eyes. You know, it just gets fun. So you end up with this as though, hey, I'm all crazy. What are you saying? when you're drawing cartoons and you're doing this, the eyes are going to say more than anything else. So, and you can add those different things with the eyes with the how you put them on, where you put lids, whether you put eyelashes, but really the eyebrows and those eyes are going to give you those looks that way. Okay, so do you have some ideas for eyes? So noses, really we do almost no noses. These are the easiest things. A lot of the noses can end up just being a big loop in there like that. You see how that looks? Just a big circle in there. It can also end up being just a little, almost like you drew an N. Just a little thing like that. You can always end up doing a big circle, kind of like that. It goes in where the nose connects. So, or you can come down, and Tate has some others. And come down and do that, like our boy nose. So, we've got our sideways 8, our sideways B that we changed. We mixed it up. You know, we're doing circles. And then to do a nose, you can come down and you just do this. And I'm going a little fast, so if I'm going too fast, let me know. You've got a funny circle there, because when we're cartooning, we can kind of, anything goes. So you can end up making big giant noses and big eyes, and the more you do it and the more expressive you are, the more fun it is. So you can end up just putting 2 dots like that for a little nose. So you can do for a nose, you can come down here and do this loop. You can do that big L kind of like that. You can do a circle that connects the eyes. You can do this. And then you can do the 2 little dots. So Tate's just going to town, and you can keep doing this too. So I'm going to go over the mouth, and then we're going to put them all together on an egg and make some funny eggs. So a mouth, you can have all sorts of ones. Now what happens, I'll show you a big cartoony mouth first. And it's as though I'm going to take up this space. So I'm going to do a big, see how I did that? Then I'm going to come down. Look at that. So I did a line right here. And then I'm just going to come down like a big. So notice one side's a little bit higher, the side that I don't have that nose on, right there. So you can end up leaving it, so swoop up, come back down. You can end up leaving it just like that. You can end up adding some little happy as though it's the cheek on there. You can give him some teeth, just like that. And you can even give him a funny tongue if you want to, as though he's really talking out loud. So what I do is I put that half circle. Now I'm going to color in the space in between because I want the tongue to stand out. And tell you, let me know if there are any questions, because this is so much fun. You can end up just coming up with all sorts of ideas. So you end up doing that big shape first. It's almost like you do that swoop up here, then a big U. If you want to add teeth, you could just put a line there. If you want to add a tongue, you can do that. You can also, if you want to do teeth this way, let's do that big swoop up like that. Let's come back down like that. Now, I'm going to give him teeth. I'm going to give him top and bottom teeth. So I put a line in the middle. He's got a big mouth, doesn't he? Look at that. See how it changes from there to there? So you can end up doing just a squiggly mouth like that. You can end up doing a happy face mouth. And then, of course, you can give some big kissable lips like this. I went through and I went up, down, almost like a zigzag. And then I came back down and connected those with a U, and I come across. So I'll go over all this. Tate's just having fun. See how much fun it is to just go over and keep thinking of all those things? But we used the sideways 8 to make our big eyes. We could use the sideways B. We can change that. The big thing about the eyes is they're oversized and we're not trying to put a lot of detail. We're just really having fun. And we're putting simple circles. You can leave a highlight in any of them if you want. Eyebrows are important. Funny noses that we add on like that. Like an L or the big loop that comes down. And our mouths and all that fun. So, Tate, what are you making over there? Is that a funny apple? Oh, it's a tomato. It's a tomato. I love it. See, he's doing his own tomatoes, not just eggs. So, let's go ahead and grab some eggs and let's have some fun on these. A couple things with, you want to grab an egg? I'm going to do mine in black so you can see it, but Tate, you can pick any color you want. And then I might do one over here. Now, again, I'm going to put, this egg is a little bit round, but I'm going to put the pointy side up. And how well can you see this on camera, Keaton? Can you see this okay? So do you remember our big 8? So I'm going to come up to this top part. We're not worried about realism. We're not worried about putting our eyes halfway down. We're just having a lot of fun. So I'm going to draw my sideways 8 on here. Just like that. And then remember, we're going to put those big eyes in there. Now you should find out that it's really easy to draw onto an egg. It's so smooth. Isn't that neat? Put that way. Look at that. It's already looking at you. So you're putting your big circles right there. Now we're going to add our little hook. I'm going to add a little hook of a nose. So I'm going to come down. Make that funny nose like that. Ended up with a teardrop shape that just run. Kind of like this one right here. Now let's give him this mouth. What do you think? So remember, we come up and we come down like that. See how we go? And then we're going to come all the way down and connect those. So it's going to look like that. How are we doing? It's so easy to draw on the eggs. And we're going to give him a line like this for teeth. See? And I'm going to give him his tongue in the middle. And then that space in between, I'm going to color black so you can really see what's going on. So we need to add a little bit more. Let's add some eyebrows. Yay!
Requests.
Oh, I do. What requests do I have?
Braces.
Oh, braces. Those will be fun.
Hair.
Okay, hair is on here. Well, we were going to do hair.
A beard or mustache.
Oh, yes, yes. I do have, on here, I do have a beard and mustache. So there's several things I don't want you, and those are all great suggestions. So for hair, you can end up doing something like this. You can end up coming along on the top. So can you see what I'm doing? And don't forget the back. This guy has some funny hair. And I'm going to give him lots of little wigglies and waves. So I gave him some hair here. Now you could end up taking a color and coloring all that in. You could make it black if you wanted. And I'll show you different hair on each one. Where is my hairbrush? Oh, he did a VeggieTales thing. Is that Bob the tomato? So you could also, let me do braces on another one because that'll be easier. You can also add ears like that if you wanted to. You can also add like a bow tie. But if you add an ear, make sure you add the other ear. See, we've got a bow tie, so I've got to give him another ear. Oops, I probably did that ear close. No, that works right there. So you can color this in. I'm going to give him a little more hair squigglies. Now, if you have somebody in your house and they have long hair, you can just draw the hair coming down. But there's one. Let's put this guy in our little bin right here. So now I'm going to pick up a second one. And this is the pointier top. So I'm going to leave that at the top because it rests easier. See how these will rest in your container? I'm going to lay that down in the hopes that, see, when you put them in, they can rest right there in your container. You can make a little whole setup. You can even decorate this as a scene. Paint it like your house or a concert venue, like all these are having a party. Oh, there's your party right there. Or maybe they should be 6 feet apart.
If
yes.
you're going to dye your egg a color, should you do it before or after the marker?
Okay, the nice thing about this is if you're using permanent marker should not be affected by most of the dyes. You're probably using a vinegar-based dye. But what you might want to do is, because you don't know how the dye is going to dye evenly, I would dye them first and then draw on them afterwards. That way, if you had a big darker spot right here, you might turn that into the hair. Or if you had a darker spot on the back, you might decide you want to make it a bunny, and that's a bunny tail. So it's one of those things that no matter what, I would probably do any decoration and do my drawing last. Another great tip is to outline everything in black, even if you're using color, because we're doing these so simply. If you ever look at most cartoons, they're outlined in black. So that really does help. We had a request for, let's see, I'll do some glasses first. So I'll do glasses, and I'm actually going to do the glasses first and then the eyes inside. So for the glasses, I spaced those apart a little bit. You can do glasses this way, or you can just put them on top of the eyes right here. So, and then I'm going to do my eyes inside, like that. I drew a little line and just put my black down so I'm not getting so busy with the glasses. Now, I can continue back and put it over a little ear, which is what I'll do right here. So see, there's my little ear, and then I'll put another one on this side. Here, Tate, will you do a design on one of these for me? On one of the paper ones so we can show them that? So there we've got our little glasses with our ear. You can do hair like this too. You can just draw the lines where it comes down, like that. And then your hair can go back this way. Kind of looks like a little, so let's give them a little more. You can do that. So I just drew little lines. You can also connect the lines if you'd rather do that. So you get little thicker chunks of hair. It's hard drawing when I'm not looking straight at it. And where you end up with that. So let's give them, now for this nose, I'm just going to do that little simple nose like this one, right there. See that one? And again, anything can go. So let's give them braces. Remember that big swoop there? Let's come down here. Now, instead of doing this, I'm going to give them a line in the middle. And now, I'm going to put the braces like dots across. And then we're going to connect those with lines. See how we do that? So you end up with that right there. Now, you can do freckles. Give it a little freckles. My goodness, aren't these so fun to do? Right there. You can also give them a little chin. There you go. Okay, oh, I like that. So Tate's going to do some, will you do some paper ones for me and we can show those? So let's do one with some big eyelashes. I think that'll be cute. How are y'all doing on your eggs? Are you thinking of, for inspiration for your eggs, or are you just making these up? You can do superheroes. You can do your family. You can do some of your favorite cartoon characters. So for this one, I'm going to give it some pretty eyelash eyes. And for this, I'm just going to come down. I didn't talk about this eye. I'm going to do a U like that. and a U like that. So I did 2 U's. Oh yes, that's right. And then I'm going to give some eyelashes off like this, as though those eyes are shut. See? Just like that. And we're going to give her a little nose. I'm just going to give her one of those. So we did a U right there, some eyelashes. And then let's give some fun lips. So I'm going to do that where we do that, kind of like an M right there in the middle. And then I'm going to come out to the sides. I'm going to give her a big sweetheart mouth like that.
I have another request.
Okay. What?
How would you make a baby Yoda?
Oh, a baby Yoda. I might have to work on that one. Let me think about that for a minute. Well, baby Yoda has really big eyes. So I probably won't do a sample of a baby Yoda, but that is Talia's favorite. You must have known that. So baby Yoda has really big eyes, and then there are lines around the eyes. So if you made the eyes really big and almost all black, and then, let's see, I'll do that on a sample. So you'd make them really big, like this. So big like that, and they're almost all black. So what I would do is I would put a highlight in. See how I put that highlight in? And then I'd fill it in all black except for the highlight. Let me fill those in and I'll show you. Like that. Okay? And then baby Yoda has lots of wrinkles around his eyes. So you'd make sure he had lots of wrinkles. He has a little tiny nose, which you don't really see. And you could put his little mouth in, and then make sure you put his big ears off to the side, and then his robe like this. His little robe off like that. So, good luck on your baby Yoda. Talia's all happy that I did that. We're going to go back to my cute little closed eye egg. So, here we go. We're going to give her some sweet hair right here. So I'm going to give her a part up there. See how we did that? Can you see on the top? And then I'm just going to come around and I'm going to give her a curl on the side and then make her hair. So don't forget about the back of your egg. That's fun. So let me come over here and give her a curl. And I'll show you what I did. So I give her a little curl on the side right there. And then I made it go squiggly, squiggly all across the back and little curls. And then I'll just draw lines in there to represent the hair. Like this. You know you made Talia's day asking about baby Yoda. So then you've got a sweet little shy girl right there. So, oh, we had one more request, a mustache. Why don't I do one on a paper egg? Well, it's easier to show you on here. So let's do, I'm trying to think. How about we're going to do an angry guy? So remember we kind of came in on this bee, that sideways bee. So we're going to do that line that comes in like that. See, we did this line right here. Can you see that? This is hard because I'm drawing on such a little. And then we're going to do the bee, those bottom 2 loops right there. See that? And now to make him angry, I'm going to put his eyes up here. Right in the middle. Look at that. How can you not smile when you're doing this? These are so funny. So, okay. We got his eyes all mean in the middle. And then let's give him this nose, that kind of down L. See how we get that? And how about a mustache? What do you think? Okay, so for the mustache, we're going to do this. And we go underneath the nose. And we're going to draw a little mustache in there. So I'm going to draw up. and curl just like that and draw this down. And then I'm going to fill it in. And you can make your mustache thin and skinny. You can make your mustache big and full. And why don't we give him a little goatee right here? We'll give him a little tiny beard at the bottom. And I don't have to worry about a mouth because that kind of makes the mouth for me. So you can make a big beard, you could make a goatee. We're going to give him some angrier eyebrows. How about that? Like, make him really like, "Rrr." So, any other requests? Because I really want them to start playing now and just go and have a good time. I am going to, Tate, what do you have to show me? Like he's done all sorts. So this is an example, like if you dyed your egg and you had the color, you can just color right on top. You can just do eyes and a nose. You can add color any way you want. What?
What about a beard or a person yawning?
Oh, a beard or a person yawning. So here where I took the mustache, you can end up connecting that beard to the mustache. You can end up making it big and full. It's just like the hair. When we're doing the hair, we're kind of just representing hair. So we're drawing squiggly little lines like this and keeping that out. The yawning would be as much just keeping the mouth wide open. And then when you did the eyes, you know, something sleepy like that would be great. You can also fill that all in black, or you can put a tongue in the middle, right there. And remember, if you put a tongue, you fill in everything but the tongue and or teeth, if you have teeth in there. But if I was yawning, I probably wouldn't show any teeth. I'd just have it wide open like that. Just a big open mouth.
Also adding clothes to their...
Oh, clothes, yes. So you don't have a lot of room to add clothes. So what is good to add is something like a tie or a collar. We could add a little sweet collar to her. So we'll do this right here. So we'll just say, we'll give her a little collar like as though her dress is coming up. So you don't really have room to add clothes. You could make their head smaller and do things like that. We could give her some little scallops along there. And have it go off, and then maybe I'll make it polka dotted. Just to make polka dots, I'm just going to tap on there. As though that's the little collar of her dress. So, and you could make it go. Here, I'll add a button. There. So you don't really have room. It's really, what's fun is making the face take up most of the egg, but you could put the face a little higher and maybe add just a little part of the shirt, depending on if you're doing your family and there's something very distinctive about it. So I hope you, what'd you make there? It almost looks like Spider-Man. Can you draw a face on there for me? It's a what? It's a football. Okay. So I hope you go ahead and keep drawing on your eggs. I hope you send me some pictures because these just make me happy. They're so fun to do. You can dye your eggs ahead of time and color right on top, or you can just do it straight on eggs. And if you don't want to actually use real eggs, you can use plastic eggs. Just make sure you use permanent markers because I think that's all that will stick to those. Or you can cut out paper shapes and you could still make kind of a fun garland of your family. You could put these all together and hang them up, and that would be really fun to have. Because we all need something to make us smile and make us happy. Okay, that was so fun. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will post a PDF with some extra things because just learning these cartoon faces, you can watch out. You might just start putting them on everything in your house. That's a lot of fun. You can find rocks in your yard. This is what my children are doing behind the camera and now in front of the camera. But you can put glasses on those, but you can do this on rocks if you want. You could do it on pieces of paper. It's a lot of fun. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing another fun art lesson. It'll be our last for the week, but we're going to be shading with colored pencils. So I'm really excited about this. On the list, I have baby oil and or Vaseline. You can have both. I'm going to show you how to use both, or you can just have one. And if you don't have any, go ahead and have a cup of water. And we're going to be drawing lilies. So on that note, art is man's nature. Nature is God's art. Y'all have fun. Bye.